Hello, my name is Christy, and this is the lesson 22 Wylock worksheets. So the first one tells us to fill in the blank with greater than, less than, or equal to. So we look at number 1 and we compare the numbers 2 and 3. Which number is greater? We know that 3 is greater, so we draw the alligator eating the 3. So this would be 2 is less than 3. See, the alligator is, or the bigger part of the sign is pointing towards the 3 and the smaller one is pointing towards the 2. Since the 2 is smaller and the 3 is greater. Similarly for number 2, we look at which number is greater between 50 and 10. We know that 50 is the greater number, so the greater part of the bigger part of the symbol goes towards the 50 and the smaller part of the symbol goes to the 10. Okay, for number 4, 100 and 100, they're the same numbers, which means that these numbers are equal to each other. Okay, next, division. So number 1, we have 15 divided by 5. So we can imagine this as having 15 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 15. And we have to divide it into 5 different groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can see that we have 3 small dots in each group. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. If you do the same thing for, let's say, 2, you get 45 divided by 5 equals 9. And 18 divided by 6 is 3, and so on. Okay, next is multiplication. So multiplication is like the opposite of division, or the reverse of division. So basically we have 3 times 3, so we have 3 groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 groups of 3, and now we count the total amount of circles that there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the answer to 3 times 3 is 9. If you do the same thing for 2, we get 9 times 8 is 72. 8 times 2 is 16. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 3 is 18. And so on. Okay, lastly, we have our word problems. Susie has 20 hairpins. She gives 6 away to her friends, loses 2, and buys 7 more. How many hairpins does she have now? So she originally has 20 hairpins, but she gives 6 away. So minus 6, and we get the 0 turns into a 10, the 2 turns into a 1. So 10 minus 6 is 4, 1 minus nothing is 1. So she gives 6 away, and she has 14 left. And then she loses 2 from the 14 that she has left. So 14 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2, 1 minus nothing is 1. And so after she loses 2 and gives away 6, she has 12 left, but she buys 7 more. So 12 plus 7. 7 plus 2 is 9, 1 plus nothing is 1, so she has 19 hairpins left. Hairpins. Don't forget to label your answers. Labeling in this case would be hairpins. Okay, number 2. There are a total of 50 states in the United States. Johnny has been to 29 of them. How many states has he not been to yet? So there's a total of 50 states in the U.S., and Johnny has been to 29 of them. So we do 50 minus 29. The 0 turns into a 10 by bringing over a 1 from the 5, and the 5 turns to a 4. 10 minus 9 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2, so he hasn't been to 21 states. Okay, number 3. Mark buys 4 watermelons from the market, in which he cuts into 15 slices each. How many slices of watermelon does Mark have? So this is a multiplication question. We just do 15 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Bring the 2 up. 1 times 4 is 4 plus 2 is 6, so 60. He has 60 slices of watermelon. Okay. Jessie has 30 mochi bites and shares evenly among her 5 friends. How many mochi bites does each friend get? So she has 30, and she shares it evenly among her 5 friends. So we do 30 divided by 5. You can write it like that, or you can write it like this. Doesn't really matter. How many times does 5 go into 3? It does not, so we skip that. And then we go on to how many times does 5 go into 30? We know that 5 goes into 36 times. which means that the answer is 6, and each friend gets 6 mochi bites. Okay, last question. Dean has 23 ornaments to hang on the tree. He hangs 9 of them and accidentally drops 4. He takes a small break, then hangs the rest of the ornaments. How many ornaments are on the tree? Okay, so he has 23 ornaments, and he hangs 9 of them. Okay, and he accidentally drops 4, and then he takes a small break and hangs the rest of the ornaments. So when we read this word problem, we can just get rid of this part because it doesn't really help us, or it does help us solve the problem, but it's not really needed. So he has 23, but he drops 4 of them, so 23 minus 4. The 3 changes to a 13 by bringing over a 10 from the 2, and the 2 turns into a 1. 13 minus 4 is 9, and 1 minus nothing is 1. So the answer is 19 ornaments. We can get rid of this information over here just because it, other than the 4 that he drops, he hangs all of the 23 ornaments, or 23 minus 4 ornaments, which means that we can just disregard this information and just say there are 19 ornaments by subtracting 4 from 23. So I hope you understand everything now, and hope you have a great rest of the week. Bye!